Clap, please. Okay.
Okay, what do we talk about?
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Ruhu Balance podcast. And now today we have a very beautiful, mashallah, guest. It's Manahil. Welcome,
Hello,
Manahil.
thank you. Okay, what should we talk about?
So we were discussing about what we were gonna talk about, right? So one of the topics was like confidence, because we had a lot of discussions about it, right? So,
And
what
we
do you?
Come on.
No, where would you
Okay,
like to start?
we wanted to talk about it because I feel like you and I have like a very contrasting story about it. Because I was saying that, in adulthood, most of the times you go from being underconfident to becoming confident, which I see in most of my friends as well. But for me recently, especially her, those friends are her. But recently, I think it became completely opposite for me. In the past year, I thought of myself as a confident person, but I feel like now she was mentioning that doesn't seem like it. But according to me, I feel very, very unconfident. You have to cut it.
No, it's the wrong one.
Unconfident. No. We are deleting this.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay, you tell me about your story a little bit.
My story?
Yeah.
To be honest, like confidence is kind of related to shyness as well, like the opposite of it, kind of, isn't it? So if I go back to my high school one, I think I was kind of like a person, and I think if they're my high school friends listening, maybe they might have an idea. And like even for example, I remember knocking on the door of the teacher's room. I was feeling shy, and I had this other friend, Altanai, hi there by the way. Like she would be the most extrovert one and confident, and like she would do it, and I would learn from her. But still, after coming to university, it also had some impact upon, for example, contacting professors or knocking their door, or like talking to them or something like that. Other than that though, confidence has many sides, right? Like for example, confidence in yourself. I mean, this is what basically it's all about, right?
Aren't we talking about that?
Yeah, door. Actually,
kind of, I would say self-belief as well. Because
Yeah.
I think confidence comes from it.
yeah.
How much you believe in yourself, and how much you believe in yourself, I think that comes from reality.
Yeah, exactly,
Because
exactly.
I recently, I have been thinking about it a lot, that why am I feeling so underconfident, and to like when you talk about it to most of the people, they give you this opinion, they believe in yourself. I'm like I don't. I tell myself, I wake up and I tell myself, oh man, I'll believe in yourself. But how would you believe in yourself?
Yeah.
When you look at your life, it's just scattered and it's not in the way you want it to be. There are not enough proofs for you to believe that that you are something, at least someone you would want to trust, someone you would want to respect. So how would you have that self-belief and hence the confidence if you don't have enough proofs in front of you? So I think for me the conclusion was like just working,
Yeah.
building those reasons that I can trust myself.
But also this comes from your idea of self-worth, maybe, because for example we said working, right? Because I think our self-worth, we kind of define it upon how successful we are, or I don't know what we do or stuff like that. But other people who are not maybe in the academia or something like that, I don't know, maybe they have a different lifestyle or different value system. They might have a different way of defining the value. So is our value only defined by of our work, how much we work or something like that? How is it even defined? What's the self-worth?
No. I got
Changes
the
from
idea
person to
because
person.
for a very long time I was questioning this, that people treat you according to how much you have in your plate. At which position you are in your life, how successful you are as a student, how, let's say, financially stable you are as well. Like we say these things don't matter, but they do.
They do,
Right?
yeah.
That really defines your status in your whatever circle you're a part of. And then I was like, and I was bothered by it, that it should not be this way. Things should be defined by you, but you should
Yes.
not be defined by the
Yes,
things. So I did
exactly.
not like it. And I was questioning it because I was in some situations where I felt like I was not respected enough. I was demeaned or something like that. And I questioned that, is it because, I'm struggling with some things, let's say academics, or, let's say I'm not at a stable financial point when I think of just my adulthood, independency, if we're not at a stable point. And then I thought about it. I'm like, Manahil, do you respect yourself if you don't have these things?
Do you?
I don't think I do. And that was it for me, that if you don't give it to yourself, first of all, it is very wrong of you to expect it from other people. And then I came back to this again, the same question that you have asked, that are we worthy if we are not associated with these, things that you think is success? You're associated with, I don't know, people. You're associated with things in your life. You're associated with some positions in your life, you know. And I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if my worth is like.
But you know about this, I don't know whether I'm diverting or something, but the idea of this brings me the thoughts of self-acceptance as well. I don't know, it feels like they're correlated, isn't it?
Self-acceptance.
Like, I don't know, for example, the moment I felt the most confident, where I think the self-confidence also brings like not caring about what other people think of you, right? I remember I was in the library and like I really didn't care about what other people were thinking of me. So I was so comfortable and I was feeling myself, for example. But coming to that status, for example, like there was this point, I think we had a lot of conversations actually. The point where I felt like I came to that conclusion, that place. Maybe there might be other things of starting to feel like confident after doing the projects like, you know, 5G, Technofest, but the moment was actually realizing this thing of accepting myself properly so that I don't need to I don't feel like the need of approval of others. So once I self-accept, I don't need the approval. So I become confident. I feel like that. And that coming to that position actually felt like, you know, it came through after our conversations again. I think maybe I mentioned to you as well, like we were going to Amasra and we had a deep conversation on the way.
Point, I don't even know which one because we have so many deep conversations.
Yeah, but basically I remembered very clearly because we were talking about our you know, the things that we've been through and all, and I was explaining to you like my life story and all, and then you stopped and said like, you know, oh my god, we all have very beautiful stories. And I explained with all the details which things were like kind of negative to me at the time, kind of, but you called it, yeah, and it's like lovely, amazing, something like that. Like appreciating like everybody has their own story and all, whatever the ups and downs or whatever you're responsible or not and stuff like this. So at that time I start to feel like, you know, something
I am something.
no, not like I'm something, but something like something started ignited within me, let me say. And then I saw a tweet, I think that triggered it even more, but I don't remember exactly what was that, but it was in the lines of like accepting yourself with, okay, I don't remember the details, it's been such a long time, but it
I was waiting.
I can find
I'm ready,
it.
yes. No, because now I'm thinking about self-acceptance as well, that you know, what do you mean by it? Like accepting yourself no matter in which situation you are. For example, I think for me the standards of my worth is related to, let's say, the life I have spent before adulthood, you know, back in Pakistan when I was there. I was a good student, and I think being a good student, I was a really, really good student. And I think that was and I feel like that was the highlight of my personality. I realized it after coming here that if that is taken from me, I'm nothing. And I think that's when you really start looking for yourself, that, you know, I am more than this. Anyways, that's another topic. But I feel like that was the point that I accepted myself. I thought I am worthy, and I have spent, I don't know, 18, 19 years doing that. And when that is taken away from me, so basically I'm not fulfilling those standards of being accepted. You know,
Still there is the idea of being accepted by others.
No, being accepted by myself. I'm saying I have accepted myself and respected myself, of course, because of, you know, how good of a student I was, how I thought that I am the smartest in the room, how I thought this, you know, it's something you're used to, and something you become like, that is why you are accepted. Unfortunately, when you go back more, when you were a child, I think that comes from how other people are accepting you, you know, how your family is treating you, how much, you know, their love is unconditional or conditional. I think that is how you define your worth as well, because in this era of adulthood, we become like, you know, caring about other people is not so important. But at that time, when we were children, I mean, that was the most important thing for us, how other people are treating us. How other people, you know, they care about it. Because I feel like it comes from there. And unfortunately, even if I go back to Pakistan, it's not like a demeaning thing to my country or something, but I feel like we have this in Eastern cultures that your acceptance rate is related to, for example, for men, it's mostly money. For women, it's like quite a lot of times it's beauty, right? Beauty and money. But I feel like I have had the privilege of being brought up that I was more than that. You know, I've never been treated by my dad, for example. I think he is the reason for it, that I am only supposed to be pretty or something. I think he always wanted to be the smartest as well, you know, more able as well, more confident as well, knowledgeable, and all of those things.
Yeah, the definition is only not only
Definition
standing
is
from
not
beauty,
that,
yeah.
but it was still some standards.
Yeah, it is still as
And
women.
I feel like
think,
if I have spent like 18, 19 years being treated and treating myself based on that standards, then it's not going to go away. Like my suffering in my failure, it makes sense. Like why am I so bothered by it? Why am I unable to accept myself? Why am I seeking validation? Why am I thinking about other important things, like how other people are treating me? I'm thinking, oh, am I pretty? Am I not pretty? And these are the things I thought about for the first time. So I feel like because I'm not getting that validation anyways from myself first.
some places I would.
No, actually, yeah, because I feel like, for example, you talk about it that in your childhood, you being a girl, you always try to not be the, how should I say, the cute one, and you know, the I don't know, the girly one or something like that. You put it that way.
Yeah. I was kind of a geek and I didn't really pay attention to how I looked. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't care how I look.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's all in here. Like, you know,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of
this
an
is-
idea was that.
Okay, for me, it's like, I feel like,
It was before, by the way. I'm sorry for cutting.
sorry to cut you.
Sorry to cut you.
I think for me, it has been really different because I don't think if I should be talking about this because like a victim blaming kind of a thing. But when I was a child, I don't know, for some reason our culture, skin tone is a really big deal, right? So when I think of it now, my whole childhood and actually a part of what is it called, teenage time as well, was technically I was being bullied, and not just by some outsiders, but you hear it from the people who are closest to you as well. You don't want to blame them at this point because you understand that that is something they have seen their whole lives. You know, it's like a thing now. It's unfortunate that we are racist towards our own race. We're not even racist towards other people. So anyways, I was bullied, and you know, so I told myself very early that, you know, I'm not going to be the pretty one. Let me be the smart one.
You never mentioned this actually, I think.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I don't talk about it because I feel like I'm trying to play a victim, because I feel like, I don't know, and I don't like it, but I realize that sometimes that's who you are. So there is no need avoiding it. Anyway, so I told myself that I'm going to be the smart one. So that became my identity, right? I was always the smartest in my siblings in comparison with my cousins, because I know that I was ugly.
Oh, don't call it ugly.
No.
Thought of the you assumed because of the
No,
bullying.
because
stupid
I
bullying.
did. I believed in it as well, and I believed in it to an extent that it did not bother me. So it was not like, you know, someone would come to me and tell me, you're ugly, and I'd be like, oh my god, he called me ugly. I'm like, whatever,
I
move
know,
on.
not really want to stop.
No, it is reality, and I feel like people who belong, like who come from my culture, and let's say, and who have a dark skin, they would be able to relate with it.
Actually, it's not only in Pakistan. I don't know about Turkmenistan, but when I was in Turkey and when I was a kid, and I was playing under the sun a lot, and I was kind of very, very dark. And then like there was a lady who called me like Karabilya Tövbe Estağfurullah. I got so angry. It means like black marble. It was so bad, and I had some, you know, skin tone issues for some. Alhamdulillah, like in high school or something, I was like over it. Like I'm very happy about myself, and you are also as well. But some cultural stupid people exist, unfortunately.
But I think it lasted for a very long time, and for a very long time I believed, like, you know, I'm never going to be the pretty one. So I was the smartest one. I was happy with it. What I'm trying to say, I was really happy with it. When I came to Turkey, it changed, you know, because of the flip of the culture. You know, I think that was the first time when I heard people, oh, you're pretty, and I was like,
true beauty, unlearn.
No, it is not about that. And I feel like it has something to do with age as well. You know, you become older, you try to take care of yourself, you know what looks good on you, you know, and all of these things. So I think they do add something to it as well. And I was like, okay, good. And then I was getting older, and I was like, okay. And I reached to a point in the last 2 years where I was like, when I looked in the mirror, I was like, good enough.
Alhamdulillah.
But then I did not realize it, that because I was deprived of being appreciated for the way I looked, right, I became very much attached to this appreciation. And I did not know it. In the past 2 years, I had no idea about it. Unless I put on hijab, right? And when I put on hijab, my style changed, because I feel like at that point I did have a style, like kind of like a personality thing. You know, you're going out and you know what you should wear, and you look in the mirror and you be like, let's go again. And I did not have it. Whenever I put on hijab, I feel like, okay, on the first day I felt okay, on the second day I started seeing it's not looking good, on the third day I don't know how to do it, on the fourth day, okay, the cap is giving me headache, on the fifth day you see change in people's behavior, and it is not always bad. And the most important thing which I want to say, and because I have experienced both sides, you get very much less attention because of hijab, and not in the bad way. It is good.
Very comfortable.
It is so good. It is so good that I felt so relieved. I felt like people say that you're oppressed when you're putting it on. I realized that I was oppressed in my mind when I was so much used to this attention, because I did care, because I was so much pleased by this attention. But it was not like a switch. You be like, you know. Anyways, that was the moment I realized that I really liked it. I was enjoying it. And I'm so much attached to it. And I questioned myself, Manahil, why? You have spent your whole life, like your teenage life as well, thinking that you're the most ugly one. This is something you should be used to. You be like, oh my God, back to it. Why are you feeling like something is gone? No, I questioned it for a very long time. And then I reached the conclusion that it is because for a very long time, I did not think I was pretty. So when I was told I was pretty, I was very much into it. Like I was like, oh my God, finally. It was that kind of a feeling. And then for a very long time, I felt like it's gone. Of course, when I say attention, it has a big part of it has to do something with like male attention as well, because it's important to mention. So
we're human.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just getting used to the idea of it, to becoming a little bit invisible when I go out, so I have time to look into myself. I feel like hijab and this journey, I'm not even sure where I stand. I honestly say, like, I don't know where I stand. For the past 2-3 years, I feel like I've been using this dialogue very casually, that, you know, I don't recognize myself. At this point, I don't.
What does it mean?
I don't know who I am. I don't know what to say. No, honestly, because I mean, you would know it as well, that it does put a lot of responsibility on your head. Like when I put it on, I did not know this thing. I started questioning my character. I started questioning my behavior. I started questioning the way I look, the way
it's like
I
all downloaded with
and
it.
I was like, what is happening to
Whole
me?
package.
Yeah, whole package. Am I a newborn? What is it?
You really give that vibe sometimes, actually.
Yeah, and I'm like, what do I do? And then I realized a lot of changes in me, that I really don't know most of the times what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And this is for real now. That I don't know.
You know, actually, that just feels a bit like confusing. Not
confusing, but
like,
I feel like I am still able to hold on to it only because it's giving me more. Like, then I feel like I feel bad for putting it into words, then it took away. Because when I talked to you about it and you said, no, it does not really take away anything from you. I was telling you that it did take away some things from me. Yes, that can be a debate, that if it was good for you or if it wasn't good for you. But for the matter of fact, it did take away some things from me.
But like a good filter, is it? What you mean?
Yeah. So I feel like things... I don't know what was the point. I mean to say that it is giving me more, then it kind of like took things away from me. And that is the reason I am still holding on to it. So I think that's the conclusion. People don't know about it, that it should give me more than the difficulties I'm facing by putting it on. Otherwise, I would have been like, at this point, if the difficulties were more, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know how it went.
Also, like the origination of it, like your intention of putting it, and like
I don't know my intention.
No, it's actually like deep down somewhere, like, because it just doesn't happen like without anything. Like something ignites and slowly burns and gets larger. And I think that's how it happens without even realizing. Maybe it's like in the very background.
Yeah.
But then you start to see the background of the stage, like slowly. Maybe it's kind of hard to open the stage thing. Maybe
No,
that's
no,
why.
now I'm thinking as well, because when people ask me, I told you that I was sitting with Hala and she's like, I was curious, tell me the story of the hijab which is sleeping. Anyways, and I'm like, no, sister, there is no story, don't ask me, because I really don't know how to put it in words. I'm still sorting it out. Maybe after 5 years or something, I will have a better story. Because now you said, in jokes, I think I told you once that I think about it, that all of my friends are hijabi. Why?
Why, Ajama?
And at that time, there was not even in near future, there was no chance of me becoming a hijabi. And yet all of my friends were.
That was interesting.
Yeah, even in my high school. Even like the friends I'm in long distance with, Noor.
I
all
think
of
the
them are
heart
hijabi.
chooses.
I don't
But you're
know.
not hijab, like, no,
Say it, spit it out.
I was just saying, like, you're not friends with, like, all the hijabis, maybe. I think
No.
you're friends with typical, like, some specific people that are close to you, or, like, that you can get along with. I think.
But I feel like, no, I have acquaintances who are not like hijabis, right? But I
That's
don't
the thing
think
too.
maybe for me the definition of friend is like spending more time and being close to them and having a connection and all.
Yeah, the way you connect is also something
Yeah.
specific, I think.
And I feel like, and now it reminded me of an incident when you mentioned that. Do you remember? What?
I realize we talked a lot of things because we're giving references a lot to each
Yeah.
other.
No. It was before even we became friends. Do you remember in my first year or second year, I met you and we went to a hijab shop underground,
Yeah. And then?
and I put on some hijabs and I tried them on.
I think I kind of
Really?
remember. It feels like it's been such a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long
like
time. I think it was
faded a
my
bit.
at the end of first year. So we were not friends, but I knew you. I don't know how I ended up in Kizalai with you. We went to the underground shop and I told you. I don't know what I told you. And I just remember putting on some hijabs. And I did it like this, and you were like, "Oh, that's most Pakistanis, do that." Yeah, I've seen it, things like this. And you told me, and I was like, "Yeah." And then I put it back, and that's all.
But now,
And it has been 4 years.
it's been 4 years, and
So maybe you are right. It was always there somewhere.
it was always. Yani, but it feels like after your journey and all, like what I realized, like that point was a point where, from how you explained as well, it seems like there was this where your eyes were open all at once, like something happened, like maybe the eye or the heart eye is eye
Yeah,
of
I
the
told you
heart.
2 things.
Yeah, you said, right?
Yeah, I was like, I told you, I think, in the lines like, I feel like there was a curtain in front of my eyes
curtain,
and,
yes.
and a cover on my heart. It's like, things are still the same, but you can see them now. Because I don't think that I could see them.
It's like point of view, but related to the way of heart seeing. I don't know, like something weird.
I don't know.
I
I feel like
explain.
I don't know. I feel like if I think of myself, I feel like my judgment, my heart, and my mind became so clouded with the world, with people, and with myself.
I was not able to hold it
It
anymore.
was not able to see anything. It was just all biasness and grudges and sometimes good feelings as well, and like all of those things, desires, temptations, what you want, what you don't want, how people are, how you are, this world, and all of those things. And at some point I felt like I'm going crazy because I lost sight of everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I feel like it is something so big to me that I told you as well that I don't think it is done by me. Because this change is such a great deal that I feel like it is humanly not possible for me to do. At some point I just accepted it, and I feel like he's doing it. I have no control. Believe me, because this is not possible.
Maybe sometimes it's what we need to realize, that we're not under control. We're not in control, like, because we feel like we're in control.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the willpower to a sense, but not fully. I think, like,
No,
like-
we have the willpower to perform, of course, but the results are not in our hand.
yeah, exactly. It feels like we're doing everything though. Sometimes, like, we get good marks, we succeed, and like, I got it.
Exactly.
But it's not actually us. Right?
But that is the point of it. Like, you lose the sight of Allah, and I don't know. I don't understand how people say that this is something um, related to oppression, because